What to remember about the topic, making ethical decisions. Philosophers, religious scholars, biologists, psychologists, sociologists, and criminologists have all tried to explain why people do bad things. For a partial explanation, the following three approaches were discussed in this chapter. Biological theorists do not propose biological determinism, only that certain traits or biological characteristics may influence one's behavior. Sociobiology explores the possibility that altruism and empathy may be a feature that is evolved in humans because human groups whose members exhibited these were more likely to survive. Learning theorists argue that people learn morals through rewards. This approach is relativistic in that it proposes human learning as neutral. There is no one true moral theory to discover, rather, the individual will adopt whatever moral theory has been rewarded. Social learning theory posits that humans are active participants in interpreting and adapting to the rewards around them. Albert Bandura especially has offered explanations of how individuals can turn off self-regulatory mechanisms, conscience, and perform inhuman acts. Developmental theorists propose that morality comes only at an advanced stage of emotional and social development and is linked to cognitive development. Kohlberg's theory proposes a hierarchy of moral stages, with the highest stage holding the most perfect moral principles. However, not everyone has the cognitive capacity or the proper exposure to discover these principles. According to Kohlberg, in the higher stages of moral development, ethical relativism must give way to universalism, and those who reach the highest stages have discovered the true moral principles that are absolute and exist apart from humanity. If one believes that morals are simply what humans choose to define as such, one might be more inclined to follow a learning theory perspective. If one believes that morals exist naturally and humans discovered their existence only through reasoning ability, one might be more inclined to accept the developmental stage theory of moral development. Remember, however, that the approaches to moral development presented in this chapter are not necessarily mutually exclusive. One might agree with stage theory with the understanding that at lower stages rewards are necessary to elicit moral behaviors. Example, rewarding young children for sharing. One might support learning theory, but also accept the notion that when we are intellectually mature, our reasoning abilities mediate simple rewards. Thus, although young children might be fooled into thinking that practicing the piano is bad because someone was punished for it in a story, no older child or adult would be taken in by such a trick. Likewise, individuals in a totalitarian society may continue to believe in democratic ideals through reasoning, regardless of any punishments they might receive for such beliefs. Biological research indicates that moral decision-making comes from both the reasoning centers of the brain and the more primitive emotional centers of the brain. Thus, people's feelings of empathy and sympathy and doing the right thing may be the result of evolution. This finding fits nicely with Carol Gilligan's research that empathy and caring are related to morality. We also explored the connection between immorality and behavior, especially criminality. Some research has attempted to predict behavior from measures of morality. Also, there has been interesting research that indicates that some types of interventions can improve the moral reasoning abilities of some offenders. However, whether moral reasoning will affect behavior is a different question. I made several slips in that one.
Well, I noticed that there was something going on here. She was trying to track me, not you.
Oh, no.
So, let me see how that... See, it's not recording.
You're kidding.
There was nothing there. You want to take a break and come back and do one
Yeah,
more
I can't.
time?
My
Yeah, I
throat
know.
won't.
Go ahead. There's something wrong. This is that stage where I got it.